It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, we're gonna talk about Jada Pinkett-Smith, Will Smith, and their whole situation. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this video though. I think it's extremely unfortunate that we know so much information about their personal lives that they feel like they always have to make announcements and come out and tell people what's going on with them, that we should know about their relationships, who they're dealing with, the issues that they're going through. I personally believe that the level of transparency that they have in their relationship, in their marriage, is definitely too much. I never in a million years would have ever wanted to know or asked to know this much information about how they deal with each other, how their family dynamic works. I know there's been a lot of speculation about what they're about. People talked about them being in Scientology years ago. That was like the biggest thing that anyone ever had on them. Like, oh, they're studying Scientology. They're atheists or some shit. You know what I mean? But now we just know entirely too much about them. So now we have this new interview of Jada Pinkett-Smith. She's got a new book coming out called Worthy, where she's doing memoirs of her life and different situations. We already know there's going to be Tupac stories in there, which is going to cause even more controversy once the book comes out. We know that she's going to talk about her relationship and marriage with Will Smith because that's what's been dictating her for the last 20 some odd years. I feel like she kind of took the back seat. I don't know if that was deliberate or if Hollywood was not calling her as much. I don't know what the deal is, but she had a pretty decent acting career going on. She had some dope roles, but it seems like over the course of the last 20 years or so, other than The Matrix and stuff like that, we haven't really seen her on the scene like that. I don't know if that was due to raising kids or if she decided to focus on other things, if she was turning down roles. I don't know all of that. That's more of what I would be interested in, is why her acting career took a hit. On the other side of it, she came out and revealed that her and Will Smith have actually been separated, living separate lives while still in marriage for the last 7 years. So ever since 2016, they have been doing their own thing. And this is why we've seen instances where, you know, rumors may pop up about Will Smith being with other women in other locations and all of this different type of stuff. We, of course, know about Jada Pinkett's relationship with August Alsina. You know what I mean? The entanglement, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. Them getting on Red Table Talk, talking about it. Will with the crying emoji sitting, you know, he has like one of the biggest memes ever next to Jordan face. So much has come out about their relationship, and I just fucking hate to see it. I'm gonna go ahead and just play the audio of what she said. Of course, I don't want to play the video because it could get flagged on YouTube, but the audio should be safe just to hear what Jada had to say about this whole situation. Let's get into it, man.
2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
That's amazing. How do you keep it hot?
How do I keep it hot? Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm baffled, really.
Yeah, right.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple. They even faced a scandal when Jada had what she called an entanglement with a family friend. Neither let the public know they had already split.
So I guess my question is, I feel like you're a straight talker,
I am.
except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us
Yeah.
how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people?
You know, when my fiance brought this story to my attention, because I didn't even know all this was going on, I was frustrated, man. You know, I feel like ever since this Red Table Talk thing became a talking point became a show that they did in their home. You know what I mean? And it kind of put them out there as this Huxtable type shit. Like in the beginning, it was dope. You know what I mean? It started conversation. Everybody felt like, okay, these are the family conversations that need to be had. These are the hard talks that, you know, sometimes it's tough to have, but it's therapeutic. It allows people to get their feelings and emotions out. You know what I mean? When they were talking to Willow about, you know, how she felt about being in the family and all of the type of stuff like that. But at a certain point, it put them in this position where people started looking at them as like goals or a standard, right? And I feel like Jada kind of ran with those ideals, not to say that they were perfect and not to say that she ever promoted themselves as perfect, but she made it seem like the level of communication that they have within their household was what was saving their marriage. And it turns out that that's not saving their marriage at all. What's actually saving their marriage is they're not going to leave each other. That is a decision that they've made mutually. It was made back then. They're still living by that decree. Regardless of what goes on in their relationship, they're not splitting up. They could be separate. They could be together. They could be in a relationship with some total other person. She denies that they're in an open relationship, which means, I don't know what she means by denying that, because you're married, but you're separate. I guess her definition of an open marriage would mean that they're happily together and inviting people in the home. Perhaps that's what she's going by. But just by strict definition, I think that they are in an open marriage because they're separate. They're not going to leave each other. They're dealing with other people and they won't divorce. It's pretty black and white there. And I just feel like she's been put in a position where oversharing has become her comfort zone. And I think it's very irritating, man. Whatever y'all got going on, you said clearly yourself, you never felt like it was anybody else's business. This is something that she said at another juncture, another time. Whether we were together, whether we were separate, blah, 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 we never felt like it was anyone else's business. But then all of a sudden one day it became everybody's business. Nobody asked for it. Nobody said that we needed y'all to talk about this shit. Y'all came up, partnered with Facebook, did whatever the fuck you wanted to do, cashed in on your pain, whatever you did. But at a certain point, what is the cutoff? I'm not even saying this on Will Smith's behalf. I don't know what the fuck he's done in their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Whether he cheated, whether he did whatever. I don't know what he did. I don't know what type of pain he may have caused her because we haven't seen that play out publicly, not necessarily. But we've seen the pain that she's caused him publicly, right? We've seen him crying on TV, or their show, I should say, due to actions that she imposed into their situation. She took in August Alsina, took care of this boy while he was having a hard time, kind of played a motherly big sister role, and then they ended up having some feelings, right? In their home, in front of Will, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he knew about that shit way before anybody else found out about it. But then to make him address it on the show, this nigga crying, when did he do that to her? It's one thing to be hurt behind closed doors. Public humiliation is a whole nother thing. He goes out and defends your honor with this whole Chris Rock situation. Now she's making it seem like the Chris Rock situation is stemming from other past issues, right? There's a piece out on the internet on People magazine where she talks about how Will and Chris have deeply rooted issues that date back to the late 80s when they both were coming up in entertainment. There's also a time period where Chris Rock thought that Will and Jada were getting a divorce and he offered to take Jada out on a date. Some slimy shit for niggas that's supposedly been friends for many years off and on or whatever the fuck. Try to slide in. Chris, you gotta answer for that shit, bro. I hate that she put this out on you to put you on Front Street, but you're gonna have to answer for the shit, bro. But to basically say they gotta figure that out on their own, right? But a lot of the issues that we've seen, him joking on you, him feeling some type of way about you boycotting the Oscars when he was hosting it, that's not Will's issues. That's your issues with Chris. Chris tried to come talk to you, as you stated in this same article, during the Oscars when Will slapped him. You said you ain't got time to talk about it. He gave you an apology and said he never meant to hurt your feelings. You didn't want to talk about it. So we saw Will laughing. He busted a whole gut laughing at the joke. He saw you roll your eyes and he like, oh shit, let me get up and stand up for my woman. Had he not done that, the show would have went on, but some people would have said he was weak for letting a nigga joke on his wife knowing that she losing her hair due to alopecia. he's kind of set up in a lose-lose situation. Will Smith is not perfect. I'm not advocating for him in this moment. I'm just saying how the shit played out optically. Now here you come with this motherfucking book, throwing more fuel on the fire, talking about y'all separated. Who the fuck said? And I understand if you put it out, I'm sure Will co-signed it. But it seems to me that he's co-signing things based on what you want to do. He wants to let you go out and be the person that you want to be or need to be. He loves you enough to allow you that space. And every time that you have the space to do or say what you need to do, it seems to be at this man's expense. That's where I start to be like, man, I don't know how much I really rock with Jada like that, man. I really liked her over the course of her career. I really thought she was a dope person. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways, she kind of reminded me of my mother. My mother really likes to keep her short hair, really soft face. Nah, I'm not on that tip no more. You know what I mean? And I don't know neither of them personally, but just based on the registry of my information that I've taken in, it's like, I ain't rocking with that shit over there. It's just way too much. It's too often. It's too frequent. My fiance was saying maybe they're all profiting off of this. Maybe they're all using these storylines as a ploy to make money. Maybe this is just benefiting the family. You know what I'm saying? It seems that their marriage is somewhat of a business decision. You get what I'm saying? Because all of them reap the financial benefits of whenever this stuff happens. They're doing it on platforms where they are profiting. They're not just giving this information out for free. They're putting books out. They're putting shows out. Some sort of money is coming in. Maybe we're all being duped at the end of the day, but I'm going to tell y'all, I'm done with this shit. This will probably be the last time I'm going to talk about this. You know what I mean? As far as their marriage is concerned, to be fully transparent, there's a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about for the last time on this channel. Hopefully, we'll see. I may have to go back on my word, but at this current moment, there's a few things that I'm just like, I'm over this shit. These entertainers out here, they be playing on our head tops. They be feeding us false information. They be feeding us bullshit. They know exactly the buttons to press in order to get people talking. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates. I'll see y'all on the next one. All right. Much love and respect. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. New day.